today's episode we're going to make a spanakopita with a bit of a twist. We're going to use a little bit of silver beet that was kindly donated by Parks Victoria down at the Werribee Gardens there. And this lovely stuff has been grown by Adam Smith, and it's actually picked by Sue Go, who volunteers at a time and she delivers it to us. So let's get started. So get your pan nice and hot, add your olive oil, fry in your onions, fry them off, saute them off a little bit, add your garlic, sweat those off a little bit, then add your silver beet and let that cook down. So I know that looks like a lot, but that'll actually cook right down. So at the moment it looks like it's heaped, but yeah, it'll actually wilt down to almost nothing. At this point, I'll put a little bit of salt in there and a little bit of pepper. And we'll just leave that on the stove now, just to wilt down. That should take about 5 minutes. Okay, so now while your silver beet's cooking down, obviously keep an eye on it, keep stirring it. Just let that do its magic. We're gonna start prepping the rest of the dish. So this is where we combine the ricotta and the feta with the dill. So into a bowl, a large bowl, ricotta goes in, we can crumble that up. Ricotta, same, crumble that up. Now we'll prep that dill. Some people remove the stalks, I'm not too phased. Now that's been washed and prepped already. Just give that a rough chop. Straight into your ricotta mix. Don't forget to stir your silver beet. As you can see, that's actually wilted down substantially. So that silver beet, once it comes off the heat, it's going to excrete a lot of liquid. So we're going to set up our little draining tub here. We're going to take that off the heat and just pour it into like a strainer just to get rid of that excess juice, because we don't want a soggy pastry, we want a crispy pastry. And we'll just let that sit there for a few minutes just to extract most of that juice before combining that into your ricotta mix. While that's happening, we're going to start lining our tray ready for the filling. Alright, so to line our tray, let's get some pastry. Just brush your deep pan with a bit of olive oil, and then we start laying our pastry down. We're going to have a little bit of excess flowing over the sides. That'll make sense later. Sure, and we brush a little bit of olive oil in between each layer. Now you want to do about 5 layers of 5 layers of fillet pastry. That'll give it a really nice thick base. And 1 more layer, we said 5. That's quite a thick base now. We're going to add the silver beet now to your ricotta mix and mix that through. And then we're going to put our egg mixture into that. 3 eggs. Give them a little light whisk. Straight into the mix. Now, that ricotta cheese is quite salty, so you don't need a lot of salt for this one. So just a small pinch. Pepper is a must. Give it a good mix. That's all combined. Right, that's ready to go into your pan. Sure, we press that into the corners. Sheet on top. Press that in. Olive oil. We can fold that in on itself. Okay, so what you want to do now is you actually want to cut the Spanakopita into the shapes that you require. This is for ease later, so when it comes to the oven, you can actually instantly serve it as opposed to trying to cut and it's all falling apart. So take our knife. For this small tray here, I'm going to go for 6 quite large pieces. So we're going to go that's ready to go in the oven. About 30 minutes later, this will be ready to eat. We said 25 minutes, but actually it's been 35 minutes. It's taking a little bit longer than I thought to crisp up, but that's ready to go. There you go, it's nice golden brown, nice and crispy on top. Should be all gooey in the center. We're gonna try and attempt to take that out of the pan now. Hopefully it doesn't fall apart. So there we have it, the Spanakopita with a twist. So basically a Greek spinach pie, but this time we've done it with the silver beet, with ricotta cheese and feta, some dill.